The word of the day today is ruthless. Every time I say the word ruthless, a gamer boofs a line of G Fuel. Now, he may not like it, but Nicholas DeOrio is absolutely, undoubtedly, 100% the head of the commentary table right now. Keemstar's throne was easily usurped due to him being distracted by the lol cows out in the fields. So even though that role may come with a heavy burden, it is now Nick's to bear. Over the last 5 years, Nick has had to conduct kind of an annual purge of the community. And in today's video, I'm gonna go over everybody that was ousted from this community by Nick. It's about to get ruthless, but before it does, welcome. My name is Dan, and this is my slop channel. If you comment on this video within the first 3 days of it being uploaded, I will reply. Try to bait me into a conversation or something. Okay, let's get sweaty. So for the first one, we might as well talk about the most iconic and legendary ousting of all time, and that was the banishment of John Swan. Okay, how can I explain who and what John Swan is? He was a really good video editor from Australia. He thought he could dip his toes into the commentary community and try to catch some predators along the way. It all felt like a pretty good package, okay? He was doing the right kind of thing, and the product that he presented to the audience was actually pretty good. But as you'll notice in this video, there's gonna be a common theme of snakery, lying, going behind everyone's back and trying to fool everybody. And normally, if you're more ego than brains, you're not gonna get away with it, and that's gonna be another common theme here. So John Swan is just flying free in the commentary community. Onision this, Chris Hansen that. Then it came out that someone was pretending to be Dream on Discord or something. I kind of forget the drama, it was a while ago. And you think I'm brushing up on it? Not really. John Swan was on Discord and he said some unsavory things as Dream. Then it was discovered that it was John Swan himself, but then John Swan was like, no, I totally left my computer on at a relative's house, and then they're the ones that did it. Like, okay, yeah, very believable, true story. All right, John Swan. And John Swan just kept saying it, doubling down. Reddit post after twit longer, after Dream getting involved himself, just to be caught on a call with Nicholas DeOrio admitting to the thing. Now, this is the sloppiest slop channel that ever slopped. I'm not gonna actually pull up clips. I'm just yapping for the sake of yapping. But this is the video that you're gonna wanna check out with those calls involved. And I remember where I was when I heard the news. John Swan got caught. I was walking home from work. I just checked the phone. I was like, holy crap. And I don't ever remember stopping in my tracks for YouTube drama ever before, but this stopped me in my tracks, and I had to pull up the quickest video with this in it that was going to describe what actually happened. But Nick found the truth and dished out the appropriate black ball and banishment, and John Swan has been sentenced to touch grass ever since. No punches were pulled in this situation. Nick was as ruthless as needed, so even though, yeah, he recorded this call, it was for good reason. It caught a guy who was lying to the entire internet. Next victim, Flamenco. Now, I don't know much about Flamenco. He was just some dude that Augie brought into the fold all those years ago, but never really managed to add anything to the conversation. Always seemed to say the stupidest thing and then the worst joke possible. All the past clips you go to in modern day for context, you're just like, oh man, can I just cut out the Flamenco parts? Nicholas DeOrio was early to noticing that, and yeah, the rest is history. I don't know the history because I don't really care about Flamenco. But all I know is that Flamenco is on the other end of a ruthless Nicholas DeOrio takedown. Okay, the next one is a big one. It's a bad one. It's Salvo Pancakes. Now, Salvo hit the scene, and he was going to be a little bit of an agitator. He was first going after Def Noodles, and everybody thought that this was kind of cool because we were all going after Def Noodles. But Salvo took it up an extra notch by going to Def Noodles' actual comedy bar on a night that Def Noodles was doing this roast battle. Nobody else was showing up, but Salvo was there. Iconic, legendary internet moments were made that evening. And had it stayed like that, that would have been great. But Salvo didn't know a line that he didn't like to push, okay? So he ended up actually doing one of the worst things you can do to an online creator, and that's dox them. And that's what Salvo did to Nicholas DeOrio. He pulled up Nick's actual phone number in a document on stream. This is unforgivable, okay? And I was one of the biggest Salvo supporters. I love the whole Def Noodles arc. But to be honest, I didn't know about this dox situation until very recently. And that's kind of one of those things that you can't really come back from, especially considering Nicholas DeOrio is somebody who is ruthless on the internet. He is somebody that criticizes other people on the internet. So to have his actual information out there can be kind of dangerous considering whose hands it might get into. And Salvo's audience, I know, I was there. They were some of the most unsavory people walking God's green earth. So Salvo deserved the blackball, he deserved the banishment, and I don't see him ever coming back. I can't even see a potential road for that to happen. The next victim happened simultaneously with Salvo and in conjunction with him as well. We gotta talk about Edwin's generation. Or I'm just gonna call him Edwin in the video, if that's okay. Edwin took quite a liking to Salvo. And Edwin was also kind of a commentary channel, but he focused on more evil people that committed SA and that kind of thing. So people saw Edwin as kind of a good guy, but when he started linking up with Salvo, it became clear that he was kind of a bit of a snaky dude himself. So this drama is really hard to explain and very convoluted, but all you gotta know is that Edwin went to visit Salvo. They went to visit Keemstar. Everybody had sex with one another. Salvo was married. That means Edwin knows that Salvo cheated on his wife because he was part of the same orgy as him. Goddamn, what is this situation? This is the commentary community. What? All of this comes out. Edwin's backpedaling. Nick does this whole video, this whole stream about why he hates Edwin. It basically boils down to that Edwin's a coward and a liar. He can't be trusted. You know, just the standard snaky type stuff. But the other kind of weird thing that Nick had a problem with Edwin was Edwin kind of had a tendency to hook up with the victims that were highlighted in his videos, and that was kind of strange. And also, I would say kind of predatory. You're researching these SA abusers, these SA victims, and then you see a lot of vulnerable people along the way. To take that to the next level is a little bit strange, a little bit weird, to say the least. And that brings us to our most recent victim of the mob boss known as Nicholas DeOrio, and that happened last night on the return of the Augie RFC stream known as After Hours. After Hours was, and I guess I gotta change the tense of this sentence. After Hours is a commentary live stream show hosted by Augie RFC, which used to be co-hosted by Boblax. Boblax is the next victim of Nicholas DeOrio. Now, in my last video, I detailed this drama all the way up until now. I'm not going to go through the entire thing again. Go watch that video if you want to be all caught up to date. But essentially, these three dudes kind of came up together. Augie RFC, Nicholas DeOrio, and Boblax. Nicholas DeOrio was the guy in the trenches, the guy getting all the information, the guy doing the actual dirty work of commentary, always was that guy. Augie RFC hosted the show that all of that information would be then broadcast upon. And then Boblax existed kind of in a separate bubble where he read all the tweets to all those situations that was going on, and all of those things kind of fed into one another and created the ecosystem known as the commentary community. And Boblax has been acting kind of ridiculous for a little while now, and Augie and Nick were both being accused of sweeping for this guy because he was their friend. But it came to a boiling point when Boblax lied about having borderline personality disorder and then using that diagnosis to try to get sympathy to then ask for money to pay his mortgage. What? It came out that he doesn't have borderline personality disorder, that he's just a little bit manic. And it's okay, Boblax, you're a little bit manic. Take a little bit of time away from the internet until you're not manic anymore, and then just do your job. How about that? That sounds like good advice, right? And it would have been good advice, but they had another fireside chat last night on the return of After Hours. After Hours took about a year hiatus, and when Augie came back with the show, he reached his peak viewership within 15 minutes of going live. Everybody was chomping at the bit for Augie RFC to come back, and in particular for these guys to confront Boblax. These guys came up together. This story was crazy. And yeah, Augie and Nick kind of went in on Boblax, so much so that Boblax kind of rage quit the call and blocked everybody on his way out. These were just your friends trying to tell you what's up, trying to check you a little bit. You couldn't take responsibility, and in response, you just acted more like the way you were being criticized acting, Bo Blacks. Very weird, very strange. Get out of here for now. Get out of here forever. But Keemstar is out here saying that Bo Blacks will be forgiven and will be allowed back into the community, and I think he might actually be right. But that is all in Bo Blacks' hands. What this guy needs to actually do, I know most people are just saying stay away from the internet. That's very vague. Let me give you some actual practical advice, Bo Blacks. Cut your fucking hair. Take a fucking shower. Change the fucking foods you fucking eat into foods that are fucking healthy for your fucking body, okay? Go for fucking walks. Lift some fucking weights. Read a fucking book. Do a crossword puzzle, for Christ's fucking sake, Bo Blacks. All of those fucking things I just fucking said, put that into fucking habits. Formulate motherfucking healthy routines, you stupid son of a bitch. Wake up at the same fucking time every day and do the same thing every fucking time you wake up, okay? That is what a fucking healthy routine fucking looks like. Build a fucking healthy routine for 3 months. Maintain that for 3 more months after that. That's 6 months of healthy habits. That'll change your fucking life, buddy. And if you're just like making the little Twitter verses on the side, bing bang boom, 3 hours in the motherfucking evening, you got yourself a whole healthy lifestyle. But instead, you're gonna leave the hair long and greasy. You're gonna goon from morning to night. You're gonna play Sonic Mania while you're experiencing actual mania. We are living in a timeline where Tipster is more respected amongst commentary community bros than Bo Blacks. So I'm tired of people using that basic, boring ass criticism of get off the internet and touch grass, okay? That means nothing. Everything that I just fucking said in this video is what that actually fucking means. Healthy lifestyle choices. Make them. Okay, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Until my next upload, watch another upload. Okay, bye for now. Have a good one.